Halloween stuff, my mind goes to Bully. I don't know if anyone else played Bully around about the time that it lined up with a particular event in the year, but the old Bully game, Rockstar's Bully, which I guess was called Canis Canem Edit over in the UK. If you played that on Christmas or Halloween, I think it responded to a couple of other events as well. It would trigger different missions, different things in game, and that game's Halloween stuff, which I guess it's a level because it's kind of a mission, it's a really good thing, sees Jimmy Hopkins dress up as a skeleton and you get to hang out with Gary as you're doing a whole bunch of different pranks all around the school. And the best thing about that game, which is also the thing that got so much controversy, was that it was kind of GTA in a school, but through the lens of like the Beano. It was just sort of, just very comic book sort of, pranks being played and, general sort of, high school tomfoolery and hijinks and stuff. So when you have to get up to a few Halloween pranks, you're literally just, you're putting kick me signs on the back of dudes, you're fighting different students, you're egging some students, and the mission culminates with getting a dog to do a big old poo, and then you put the poo in the bag, you put the bag in front of a door, and then you put the fire alarm on, so the gym teacher runs out and he gets all the dog poo all over his feet, which, it's things that I've never done in real life. I was never one of those rapscallion children who was throwing eggs left, right, and center. So for me, Bully was just like full on escapist, let's just be the biggest sort of, high school comedy comic book type prankster that I could be. And doing it on Halloween, when it's literally Halloween in real life, having the game respond to that and just getting to sort of indulge in all the crazy school-based things that you might, have thought of but never did, I just think is brilliant. I would still say that Bully is arguably Rockstar's best game ever, just to throw something down for the comments to debate a little bit, but I absolutely adore that game. Its mindset, its tonality is in the exact place that lets it walk the line between, like I said, the sort of GTA side of things, and then just full on, comic book, Beano, dandy, that style stuff. It walks that right down the middle, and things like the Halloween stuff are just brilliant.
So I love a good Halloween gimmick, I'm here for the holiday in the same way I'm here for Christmas gimmicks. I like that it's this yearly thing, and I like being scared, and I like when video games try to implement the holiday into their experience to try to give you something a bit different, something a bit spooky. For instance, right now I'm really enjoying the Call of Duty Warzone Halloween zombie mode. Like, that is a whole load of fun, but the Halloween themed video game thing that will always be at the top for me, and I don't think it will ever be beaten, is one small moment in the Left Behind DLC in The Last of Us, where you as a young Ellie with your friend Riley are walking around this Halloween shop, and you're sort of trying on masks and you're commenting on everything. And it is just one of my favorite character building moments in anything ever. Like, at that point, there aren't really many scares going on. There's not much combat going on. The entire shop itself is safe of ghouls, and it's just this excellent bonding moment between these young friends, who are romantically involved as well, or have these feelings for each other, and just kind of like watching them as kids in this, completely horrible post-apocalyptic landscape find some fun, find fun in the things that we find fun, in these silly masks and scaring each other and pumpkins and candy and stuff like that. Like, it is so human, it's so well done, and such a joy that you don't need any combat in that situation for it to be like amazing. You just need to be with those characters, and it's a testament to Naughty Dog's writing and how games can really immerse you in an environment and have your interactions in that environment feel so organic and natural, yet contribute to this larger story, contribute to this larger relationship between these two characters. And it's so funny, it's so tender, it's so genuine. And I don't think, no matter how scary you get, no matter how gimmicky you get, no matter how many zombies you throw into an otherwise unrelated game, I don't think you'll ever beat walking around that Halloween shop in The Last of Us Left Behind for me in terms of what Halloween is. How have I made this even pretentious? I don't know, it's supposed to be a fun video and I'm just in the dark on my own with fairy lights on. I resent myself
So my favourite Halloween level has to be the Hills Reverie in Hitman 2. It's the very first level of the game, but they've made it into this nightmarish landscape where 47 has become this evil pumpkin king, and you start off on this very creepy metal bed. You unlock this special weapon, which is a bat with nails coming out of it. It's just, there's so many really cool unlockables in this. There's little mini pumpkins that you can chuck at people, which I absolutely love. And I like the story there. Like, I remember killing the first target and then his body just disappearing, and I didn't really understand. And that's when I started to kind of click that we're in this kind of nightmare landscape and that it's not 100% real and you're actually a figment of this target's sort of nightmare. And it was just a really good twist on it. It was a really good idea for a Halloween level. It was still very Hitman-esque, but it was also very sort of Nightmare on Elm Street-esque as well. So whenever you kill a target, they either disappear and they sort of re-emerge in a different location, like a different outfit sort of thing. You have to kill them in very specific ways. You have to like sacrifice them in these demonic circles, and then only then are they sort of truly dead within the dream, and then I guess they die in real life. And then the way that you sort of can complete the level is you have to make your way towards a closet or a cupboard, and that is when you complete the mission, because you have, it's like, oh, make your way to an exit, and the exit is the cupboard or closet. And I just thought it was such a good twist of the fact that, you know, that he was able to sort of hide within these closets like a proper sort of childhood nightmare, you know, this monster coming out of the closet. And it's just really good. I love the atmosphere of it. I love the level design. I love the costumes and the special abilities and weapons and little pumpkins and skulls and stuff that you can try. It was just very, very cool. It was, you know, one of my favorite games mixing with one of my favorite times of the year, and it was perfect. I think it's just such a brilliant level, a Halloween level in a video game, and yeah, I would love if they did more of that. Let's hope in the next game we'll have more Halloween levels.
Okay, so the sun is coming down. It is the spookiest week of spooky season. So, it's time to talk about my favorite Halloween-themed video game level ever. Now, it's the final level from The Simpsons Hit and Run, and I'm saying that as if I really enjoy that level. I do enjoy that level, bar the last mission, which I still haven't done, and is basically my biggest nemesis. That's my big enemy in life, in just generally, is the final mission of The Simpsons Hit and Run, because I can never do it, and the last time I attempted it, it resulted in the biggest dose of video game nerd rage ever. Granted, I was 7 at the time. That's a big caveat. And that's the angriest I've ever gotten out of a video game. I literally got Grandpa all the way to the end, and then I missed the ship by 1 second, which sucks. But anyway, that final level is a love letter to The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. You know, some of the best Simpsons episodes of all time are the Treehouses of Horror. My favourite one is Bart Simpson's Dracula, which I don't believe gets a shout in this, but it is based, I believe, on the 3rd or the 4th one. I can't remember. It's the one where Springfield becomes a zombie apocalypse town, and you have that great bit where Homer just shoots Shakespeare. It's great. It's a really, not that I have anything against Shakespeare. I really like Shakespeare. That's a very pretentious thing to say, potentially, but I do, and I'm going on a massive tangent right now. Basically, the reason why The Simpsons Hit and Run's final level works so well is because, like the rest of the game, it distills everything that's great about the golden age of that show into one level, and it's a great time. I enjoy it. You know, they replace all the civilian cars with, like, you know, you have the witches on the bed knobs on the bed knobs and broomsticks. That doesn't make sense. Either they're on the what's a witch ride? The broom. Of course, it's a broom, right? Bear with me. So all the civilian cars that you can hijack get replaced. I'm recovering from this witch brew misunderstanding, and you can basically go and ride around in loads of spooky cars, and it's a great time. I enjoy it a lot. I always used to put Homer in the devil costume just to, you know, link up with the whole Halloween vibe. He's got to be on point. And yeah, it's The Simpsons Hit and Run's final level. That's my favourite Halloween-themed level in video games. I've butchered this thoroughly. I've butchered this more than Michael Myers butchered his sister in Halloween, the classic film from John Carpenter. And more than... No, this is terrible. I've done it anyway. It's done now. It's in the ether. It's in the spooky ether. Maybe the spookiest thing about Halloween this year everyone, is Ewan Patterson's entry to Chatty Faces episode, whatever episode this is. I think that might be it. But yeah, anyway, Simpsons Hit and Run. The real horror story here is that it's not been remastered and I can't play it anymore. Please bring it back. But yeah, that's it. I'm going on too long now. Goodbye.